graph for examining the relationship between shape, parachute, and time it takes to descend. So we've got our values. We need to work out the average. So for doing this, we want to put the average in the average column. So what we can do is we push the equals button and we want to add these values together. So what you can do is open brackets, click on the values you want to add together. So click on that one, put a plus in, click on the second one, put a plus in, click on the third one, and then close the brackets. And as it's an average, we want to do those all added together, divide by 3, because we've got 3 experiments. And rather than having to do it again and again, we can just copy this value down by dragging from there. We should quickly try scanning the values, sometimes to look for anything which doesn't quite look like it fits with the data. So we've got that. Now what we want to do is plot the radius against the average. Now let's just move that there. So what we do, ignore that last little bit, you select the data you want to plot, you do insert, and the values sort of radius potentially could be anything. So we could make predictions, say, for a value not given, somewhere between 6 and 7. So we want to draw a line graph. So under here, it's a scatter graph, and it's choosing one scatter graph with sort of some marks shown like this. And here is our graph. Now, if you did that on a piece of paper, I'd often tell you about using a certain amount of space. I'd also tell you there's no title, no axes. So what we want to do is we want to put a title in. We choose the text for the title. If we hold Control and tap C, that should be able to copy the text. We could also right click and click on copy there. We want to change the title. So we choose a chart, click on the word chart. We try and change the chart title. So we click on chart title, click on edit chart title, and put that text in there. We also want to put axes labels. So there's the word axes or axis there. And one of those, the bottom value is radius or parachute. So we copy that. Again, Control C to copy it, or right click, choose copy. Then chart, axis title, horizontal axis, edit horizontal axis, put the text in, paste it there. The average time, choose, this is average time to fall. It might be better to choose for text which says time to reach ground in seconds. And we want to put a chart axis title on the vertical axis. So edit chart title, time to reach ground. And it might be better, to be fair, to put average time to reach ground in seconds. So it's starting to look better. We've got labels of axes. We've got some random text here, which is the legend, which we don't want. So we turn the legend off. Now, what do we also need to do? We need to try making our graph use more space. So this is all about formatting it. So we choose format. And firstly, let's think about the horizontal axis. We want to start about 6 and go to 12. So horizontal axis, bounds, which basically is where it starts, where it ends. We want it to start at 6 and we want it to go to 12. Oops, 12. If I click anywhere else, it should adjust it. Now, the other thing we want to do is we want to change it so the vertical axis only is showing where we've got data plotted. So click on close horizontal axis, choose the vertical axis. We start about 1.4, so the smallest value is 1.4, and the largest value, 1.8, looks like it should probably use lots of space. So we've got quite a nice graph here. We can sort of read some values off this should we need to. So that's the final graph plotted.